So today I thought I'd show you how I warm up on the guitar for a regular practice day. Now, it's not the same practice routine that I do every single day for the last 30 some odd years of my playing. I do like to shake things up a little bit, but the warm-ups are pretty consistent, the way I warm up before I start a regular practice routine. When you get a second, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Consider signing up to the Patreon and give me a call if you need one-on-one Zoom guitar lessons. All that info is in the video of this description below. All right, the first thing I like to do is kind of an organic approach. It's not putting on the metronome, it's not practicing scales and arpeggios. It's just picking up the guitar, feeling like I am being taken over to the stand, picking up the guitar, and then I continue that energy by just playing some open chords, right? Maybe some familiar licks. A little bit of improvising is what I'm saying. If that's some 2-5-1s in jazz, if that's some funk licks, anything, just some improvisations and whatever I'm just kind of feeling in the moment, not thinking purposefully yet, just saying hello to the instrument, letting my fingers and the blood within my hands warm up. It's a good time to make mistakes if you want to just, have no attachment to what you're doing. Right, just saying hello to the guitar. There's a million different things, or an infinite amount of things that you can do. That's open chord. If that's like, a song. That you're familiar with, whatever helps you just say hello to the instrument. So first things first, say hello to the instrument. All right, now the first warm-up drill I like to do is called mechanical permutations. It's very non-melodic and you don't have to think creatively. It's just zeros and ones. Every student that I work with, it's the first drill that I have them learn just to build dexterity and your muscle memory and moving your fingers in all sorts of different ways. And I actually was inspired to create this PDF and this method of warming up based on a talk that I heard Trey give from some recording from the 90s. Okay, so I'm going to do the easy one. This one goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go every single fret, every position, working laterally forwards and backwards up the neck till the 12th fret. 1, 2, ready, go. Oh yeah, we're working on alternate picking with the right hand. Don't forget to breathe. Make sure you listen to your metronome. Every note is equal in volume and duration. Right, just putting some minutes on the guitar, getting that blood flowing. All right, 2 more, up to the 12th position. I stop there at the 15th fret, which is the last note on my 12th position. Now there's 24 variations of those permutations, or permutations of the set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think of those as fingers, so you can move in all sorts of different directions. You can go 3, 1, 2, 4. Right, 2, 3, 1, 4. Right, all sorts of different ways that can make your fingers move in different directions to make them more dexterous. Another staple of my warm-up routine is playing scales. Now, let's pick a couple of different scales and we'll work them through all 12 keys. That's something we learned a lot in college, was to play any song or any melody or any lick or scale or arpeggio in all 12 keys. To do that on guitar, we use the circle of force. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, I know about the circle of fifths. What is the circle of force? Well, it's the same thing, just going in the reverse order. And the way we start that on guitar is we start on the 6th fret, and then we work in a specific pattern. So I'm going to use, let's say, Dorian mode to warm up. And you can pick different scales every day. You don't have to hit every scale you know. There's 7 of the Greek modes, Ionian through Locrian. There's 7 harmonic minor modes, 7 jazz melodic minor modes. There's the pentatonic scales, and there are 5 modes. You don't have to do all the scales you know in one day as a warm-up routine or even as your practice routine. You can. That depends on how much time and effort you want to put in. But you might want to get to other things like practicing chord work or practicing sight reading or practicing repertoire, working on specific songs or licks or how to improvise. There's a million things to practice in a practice day. We're just talking about warming up. So here is Dorian mode with 16th notes at, again, 80. Well, let's put it up to 90. And I do 2 octaves, 6th string, and 5th string root in the circle of fourths, ascending and descending without repeating the top note. 1, 2, ready, go. 5th string root. Last one, F. I didn't call out the keys there. I'll do that on the next one. Let's do Mixolydian now to do a second mode, staying with the kind of jam band theme here. And I'll call out the keys as I go through them. And that's important. I advise every student to do that when they go through this, so you are kind of making a note of what key you're in or what tonal center you're in on that specific scale as you go through the circle of fourths. All right, let's do Mixolydian here. And we're going to say 16th notes again at 90, circle of fourths, 2 octaves, ascending, descending, 6th and 5th string root, not repeating the top note. And we'll call out the tonal centers as we go along. Here we go. B flat. 1, 2, ready, go. E flat. A flat. D flat. G flat. B. Up to E. A. D. G. C. And F. Now, one thing you can do to variate these scales is play in diatonic interval jumps. Well, let's stay in Mixolydian and let's use thirds. 1, 2, ready, go. And so on. Now, another critical part of my warm-up is playing, again in the circle of fourths, with arpeggios. Now, I use 7th chord arpeggios, one of the 5, or a couple of the 5, major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, half diminished 7, or fully diminished 7. Let's start with major 7. Now, arpeggios are harder for everybody than scales are because you have to skip a note, meaning you're playing only 1 or 2 notes on each string. So let's start with major 7th arpeggios. Still going to call out those keys again, or call out those tonal centers. Remember, you're outlining a chord here, so if you think chords, that's the underlying harmony that's happening as we go through these arpeggios. And I didn't say what I was going to do, so let's pick triplet eighth notes, which is a lovely kind of melodic sound for arpeggios. Triplet eighth notes, but with our major 7th ascending and descending. 1, 2, B flat, go. E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. Now another arpeggio we can do is the fully diminished 7th arpeggio. Let's see if I can do that in 16th notes here at 90. 1, 2, ready, go. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. Now I like to do those 3 or 4 different types of warm-up drills just to kind of get warm, and I could do, I don't know, 7 different scales, 5 arpeggios. I could do as many or as little as I wanted depending on how I'm feeling. I like to end the warm-up routine the way I started, with an improvisation. This time I'll either put on a backing track and play some improvisation, or I like to improvise with a metronome, right? So if I've got sometimes I'll put on a loop. If you have any questions, leave some in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.